All right, so my name is Brianna Howard. I do have a confirmed case of strep throat. So if I'm in and out, taking a lot of pauses, you know why. All right, so let's just jump into it. So I did my project on the Youth Spirits artwork. So I bet you're wondering, what even is that? So USA is a nonprofit corporation that builds emergency tiny house shelters for the houseless, which is located in Berkeley, California. The mission is to bring people together and provide a warm and safe environment for them to get services and programs while they wait for affordable housing to be built. So the objective is the Youth Spirits Artworks is an immediate bridge between the gutter and more permanent housing, and are vital to the humane treatment and survival of the human beings in our communities who have lost the place of residence. So when conventional means continue to fail and loss of life is the result, we must start thinking outside the box to succeed. So building tiny house communities provides a temporary shelter with all the necessities included. So that is bathroom, showers, a place to wash your clothes, a community center, gardens, etc. So YSA also provides a stable location for outreach teams and case managers to find their clients when needed to continue their services, as well as connect residents with new services. So this creates a new city. This creates a new city employment resource by providing jobs and training for the houseless. So self-purpose and engage a workforce of ambassadors to relieve pressure. So the opportunity here is these temporary shelters immediately protect houseless by getting them off the streets and placing them into a healthy environment while working towards their goals to reintegrate back into society. So sorry. These tonsils are killing me. So it costs a fraction of the money currently spent to police and handle the complex issues surrounding people living on the sidewalk. It protects human rights of having a place to rest and make the streets clean and safe again for everyone. So we also have a community garden at every tiny house that I had mentioned previously. So this not only teaches people a skill that can be applied to future employment or career options, but it provides food for their community. It gives low-income people and families access to fresh fruit and produce and vegetables, which is most currently don't have access to, and it relieves a great strain on food stamps. So the solution here is, how it works is we acquire these vacant lots, and we need about 10,000 square feet each. Each lot contains utilities such as water, electricity, and the sewer is already connected to the property. So we do pick properties that have an existing address. We don't just dump a house at a random place. That's not how it works. These opportunities provide the houseless to be directly involved in construction, layout information of these new tiny house communities. Again, these homeless people are, I should say residents, these residents are helping build each house. They don't get to live in these houses for free. They don't get to live in these houses just to live in these houses and just let time go by. So that being said, this gives them self-worth, purpose, direction, and recognition of their value to their own success. So donation locations for community to donate items needed for construction and for the residents to offset the total cost of the project. So I do have an interview for everyone. Just give me a second to pull it up. Okay, just give me 1 second. So I meant to also include this in. So when I play the video, it is gonna be, sorry, I'm trying to say this. Oh my God. So it is gonna be a little glitchy. You will be able to hear the audio. It just won't be on time, if that makes sense. So here we go.
Well, right now it's home. It's a safe place to to come to every day. You know, same familiar, welcoming faces, and it's just something that I think a lot of us haven't had in a long time.
This is the very first tiny home community in the city of Los Angeles. On site are all the resources necessary to help any individual overcome obstacles and barriers that are preventing them from being homeless.
I'm so used to sleeping on the streets. It's getting hard. It was hard to get used to. I'm still not fully used to it. But I love the AC and the heat.
I just spoke with one gentleman right now. He says he feels like he lives in a gated community. And as far as he's concerned, this could be a house on a hill. But ultimately, they know before they even come here that this is not the final destination, that this is interim housing on their way to permanent supportive housing.
And we know that this is a transitional place. There's other people out there that need help. And the main thing for us, this was a place that we could get our thoughts together and get help to get another place. It's just like God sent. It's really the best thing that's happened to us in a long, long time.
All right. So I am aware that video was taken in LA, but it holds the same purpose as what we're trying to do in the Bay Area, specifically Berkeley, California. All right, moving to the next slide. So the proposal my team and I are asking for is $2 million. So we will use our money by building 26 more homes. So each village does contain 26 homes holding 22 residents and 4 resident assistants. So unfortunately, because of the pandemic, the cost of supplies in total does jump to $20,500. It was around like $19,000. So it did jump a couple $1,000s. As of right now, it takes about 2 months to build multiple homes. If we were able to obtain the payment, the $2 million could make the process a lot faster and smoother. So to be transparent with you all, a lot of people from the public, I've heard, they're like, why don't these people just get a job? Why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? But if they have a job, you have to have dry and clean clothes. You have to have a place to put your clothes and somewhere to lock your clothes up. And if you don't have a place to live, how can you even do that? So, however, these tiny homes gives people that option. So the supervisor herself, when I called her up, she said, working on profit is never easy. It's super hard work. What puts them back behind schedule is people have to apply twice through the website. So this means that like something is going on in the website. There's a glitch going on. And this is very unfortunate because those who don't have access to 24/7 Wi-Fi and internet access, they don't know that they are possibly waiting months and months and months longer. Some people go to the library, but like, their spot gets taken. So it's so many things that plays a role into why this is really a bigger issue than what we think. And then, like she said there's never enough money for utilities. And this is also another problem because we want so many people to get a house. And if we're running out of money for utilities, how can these be safe, efficient homes for everybody? So overall, if we were given the $2 million, it can help with marketing purposes. So more people will hear about us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all of those big platforms. We will have more money to print out posters, put them around the city. More people will be aware of what we are trying to do here. And obviously that interview was taken in Los Angeles, but more people across the whole state and all will know about what we are trying to do and what we're about. And other places in other states will also want to join in on the action. This also gives faith. This also gives homeless a faith in that society didn't give up on them. This leaves cleaner cities and less debris everywhere. So, and less illnesses as well. Like sleeping on the ground, it can only do so much for your mental health and your physical being. So also each resident has 2 years to stay in each home, but if we were given the money, people can stay a little longer. So maybe we're talking a half a year or a full year longer. So when there's more houses to build, we aren't in a rush to get those people out. So lastly, the Connect residents help with services that attendants might need. The goal is to correct, heal, adopt, and to be prepared to reintegrate back into society when permanent housing becomes available. Repair the broken bonds of our communities and our cities by teaching tolerance and empathy, and showing our neighbors how we can coexist and thrive together. All right, so moving on to the next portion. I know some of you guys have some questions, so we're going to do those. So I see on the panel, the first question says, increasingly donors are concerned about oversight of their funds, and our organization is no different. Some of our board members have heard rumors that your group is not concerned with maximizing the efficiency of funds, given that your cause is so strongly supported. Our board is deeply concerned with potential inefficiency in the use of funding we might offer, given how many worthy applicants have submitted applications. How would you respond to this concern? So first and foremost, thank you all of you guys for taking the time to even listen to my presentation. But answering that question, I would first fix the glitch in the system so you don't have to apply twice. The rumor you heard was false. Each home is taken care of, meaning there is already efficient electricity, water, heating, and cooling. I would also invest some money into more laptops and tablets after a hard day of work. We all deserve to have some time to wind down and just take some time for ourselves. So the next question I see, several of our board members are arguing that we should, for this year only, fund exclusively programs related to the COVID pandemic, a seemingly once-in-a-century type disaster. How would you respond to this concern? COVID-19 is serious, yes. And like you said, it is a once-in-a-century type of disaster. But we've been dealing with homelessness for centuries and centuries and centuries. We've got to do something about it. And I am so sick of seeing this. I'm sick of seeing people suffering in the streets. And this is a way we can slowly fix the problem. Funding my organization will help those on the street get into a home by following social distance protocols. So in a way, this still does help us social distance. Not everyone is laid up on each other. Everyone has a nice, warm, clean bed they can sleep in. So I know the next question is, one of our most senior board members feels that programs that help those who are not faring well will only enable a self of helplessness, creating a cycle of dependency that cripples both individuals and nations. They would prefer that such funds be used to support local businesses so that market forces and self-interest will cause people to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, akin to the classic American dream. How would you respond to this criticism? Honestly, that is a valid question. However, none of our residents in the tiny homes live scot-free. Like I said, everyone has a duty, which means helping out in the community by gardening, picking up trash, helping even with the next new homes if they're up for it, and just keeping a positive attitude. So I see the last question is, some of our board are concerned that you are asking for too much money. Why shouldn't we only offer a much smaller amount to your group, perhaps only 25%, and spread our funds among a larger number of causes? So my team and I would be happy with any amount given. So even if that means getting 15 cents, that is more than what we had, and that is more what we can put into a new project. All I want, my dreams and aspirations, is to seriously just get these people off the street. But however, $2 million would really help fix our problem, and it would just mean a lot. And I would be so grateful. My team and I would be so grateful if we were given this opportunity. But unfortunately, that's all the questions I have time to answer today. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Have a good day.